Welcome, friends, to Golf is a four-letter word. Approaching the tee box now, your host, Craig Dufton.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It is a happy Friday to you, Jen. Welcome back.
Yes, good morning.
Ben, glad you're feeling better. We had a little technical difficulty last Sunday, but we're good. We're here live. Are we live right now?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're live on Facebook on a Friday morning, but we're going to be talking about a really cool spot that we went to last Friday called the Breakfast Hill Golf Club. Mm-hmm. It's in Greenland, New Hampshire, out on the seacoast. And you're getting waved out.
Oh, sorry. I got to pay attention. Good morning, all. I'm here.
So we're still new at this microphone thing. You know, they just invented these microphones a while ago. So Breakfast Hill Golf Club. What do you think?
Beautiful. Loved it. So much fun, especially since our son Jake was with us.
Yes. Came back from Hawaii. His arms are tired, but he still managed to play 18 holes with us.
He's sleeping.
Really cool little historic spot, too. Apparently, didn't know this. I was looking it up today. The history of Breakfast Hill is one kind of really strange. Back in 1696, I'm going to give us all a little history lesson here. Awesome. You all remember that. Just June 26th. It was a nice day that day, 1696. And the militia were chasing, at the time, they were called Indians. Now they're called Native Americans. And they found them on the top of this hill where this golf course is, and they were having breakfast. And they were with the prisoners that they had just taken from a massacre that they had supposedly...
Wow.
Had happened a couple of days before that in Portsmouth Plains. So
wait, were they having the prisoners for breakfast?
No.
Just to clarify,
the people and the stuff that they got, like when I guess the militia confronted them and they made a hasty exit and they left all the prisoners and everything that they had stolen up at the top of the hill, and they called it Breakfast Hill because they caught the Indians while they were having breakfast. And
wow,
I didn't know it until I looked it up today, and I'm very happy that I did. I feel like I can store that useless knowledge in the back of my head.
You will. But he'll spout that like back in 40 years from now.
Back in 1696. Yeah. Back in 1696, it was a pretty important day for those people. They were thinking that their life might have been over, and they got saved.
So they had breakfast.
So there were no Native Americans there when we were there the other day.
From prisoners to breakfast.
Yep. It's an absolutely wonderful public golf course. If you definitely, I think this is probably in my top 5 golf courses in New Hampshire that we've played so far. It's the best golf course that we've played so far. No offense to any of the other golf courses that we've played so far, but just a really great layout, really cool outcroppings of stone everywhere. There's granite. Beautiful. There's granite everywhere. Their signature hole, the 17th hole, is a par 3. It's called Rocky Knoll, and there's pictures of it scrolling through there, and there's just these like
a green you took there.
Yeah, a green in between 2 giant outcroppings of granite. It's pretty absolutely amazing. If you don't get a chance to play this, you'll be missing out. I had a great time playing with Jake and playing with my wife as usual, and Nate was there with us. He's unfortunately working again. He doesn't have real jobs like we do. But we love them and we miss them, and we're going to be going on vacation with those guys next week, and we're going to have a blast.
Yeah, going to have a great job. Great job. I was thinking about Nate, how he does have he has a tough job he works.
Yeah, he does. He has works really hard. We got there. What time did we get there? We got there for like 2:00, right? And everybody there at Breakfast Hill was so friendly. They were really nice in the clubhouse. We definitely had the Tito's girl driving around, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, we had fun.
Skylar, apparently our son Jacob knew who she was. They had met each other before, and
she was great. Knew
each other from high school, and she was great. She was really very friendly, very personable, and it got a little chilly when we were done. By the time the 18 holes were getting done, it is getting to be towards the fall, which I hate to say that. Mm-hmm. I don't know what we're going to do for this podcast when we don't have any. When we do Snow Bowl, I guess we'll have to go inside and figure that out. But
we'll be in Orlando.
Yeah, we'll go south.
Myrtle Beach.
We'll go south, yes.
And the rest of the shows will be about indoor mini golf.
Yes. We'll go to Club 14. So just to check this out, you get when you go there too.
I loved that.
This book, and it gives you it's a forecasting for every hole that they do. Tells you how far areas are.
Tells you where
it's almost
to hit
like
it.
the old-fashioned version of the GPS.
Really great. Jake and I love that.
Yeah. And
hit it to the left. There's water over there.
Yep. It's a pretty cool.
Don't go this way. I said, this
cool
book
thing.
is good.
18. All the different holes have names: Ice Pond, Kynes Way, Marianne's Solitaire, which I'm not really sure what that one is. Iron Kiln, the Watering Place, which of course had water on it.
I think every course should have that.
Yep, I do. I think a lot of courses used to have these all the time, and it's an old.
Oh, I loved it.
An old tradition, and it's really cool. But it's nice because you can bring it with you, and next time you go there, you're like, hey, I hit a crappy drive over here, hit a crappy drive there. I actually got on the green in 7 on that one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I have to say, I give this golf course. This would be the first 100 I would give out of all of our golf courses. This is
wow, that's saying a lot.
It is.
The
food was great.
Was awesome.
Yep.
We were freezing, but so delicious.
Well, we could have eaten out. We could have eaten inside, but we chose to eat out on the patio. There was a cool patio that looks out over the 18th hole and the 9th hole, and as most patios, tend to look out over those holes. But it was really cool. The people there were nice. The starter was very helpful with us. I'd never played there before, and I would have loved to have known where to go, and he told me where to go. So
yeah,
it's not the first time I've been told where to go, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
And Jake played amazing.
Yeah, he did.
Great golfer.
He's going to be a pretty amazing golfer. There's no doubt about that. We are going to enjoy some golf again today with him. We're going to be going up to another golf course pretty soon, and we'll tell you about that one on Sunday when we come back here. It's called Canterbury Woods up north. But I'm going back to Breakfast Hill some more. I really liked how they have these. They have 4 different tees. You can play. It's really cool. The colors too. They're the maroon, black, silver, and gold. And they had some really good holes. I mean, if you played from the tips, it's 6,493 yards, which is average for what we've been playing at here. But I played it with Nate from the blacks, and it was 6,138 yards, which is a little bit shorter, but not too much. And you guys played it from the silvers, right? And golds? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And those were definitely more reasonable, 5,340 yards and 5,000 yards for ladies. But the ladies' strokes are amazing, man. There's some great holes on there for you guys. So I enjoyed it. I hope you did too.
I loved it. So much fun.
It was fast. We were 4 hours and 30 minutes. Not too bad. Not too slow. Nice
and sunny out.
Yeah. We can get a tee time 7 days in advance. Love that about that. It's a par 71. They have lots of members there, I guess. It's got a great membership club. It has a really great driving range, which we unfortunately didn't get a chance to take advantage of because we were running a little late when we.
Everybody left a club too, but you.
Yeah. Everybody was leaving clubs behind.
Not fun.
No.
I didn't say a word because I know it's not fun when you do that. So.
What? Leaving clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jake did it, and poor Nate. Then Nate did it. I was like, oh.
I did it yesterday.
Oh, you did?
No, I'm just saying. I was joking. Oh. When I was playing golf yesterday at another golf course we're going to talk to you guys about in a couple of weeks is Hickory Hill. And we got to the green, and there were 3 golf clubs laying there on the golf. And I'm like, oh man. I'm like, I don't know. Do I take them? Do I take them, or do I just leave them and I tell them where they are if we run into them? So we left them because I'm thinking if it was 1 golf club, I would have taken it, but 3 just seems like I feel like I'm hoarding at that point.
If it's a pink power wedge, take it.
If it's a pink power wedge, it's true.
You know exactly whose it is.
I'll give you that. And I did have a different philosophy when I was playing. I tried a different philosophy with Jeanine and Jake last week because it's very difficult when you play golf for 20 plus years that I've been playing golf, and you're trying to teach other people to play golf that you're like missing out on your own game. You know what I mean? Like last Friday, I was so focused on how those 2 were doing that I was like not even focusing on my own game
and not having fun.
No, and I wasn't enjoying myself. And I'm like, you know what? I need to refocus. I might have been a little hangry. I did need a little Snickers. And
you apologize, though.
I did. I was just, I felt like it was more important for me to be on top of your game than it was to be on top of my own game. And so I realized quite selflessly that I'm not doing that anymore.
That's good.
And
did you see Jake excel from that point on?
He did. He played. Everybody played really well. I mean, Nate played well. He had a great shot on that par 3 and almost drained the putt for birdie. His was definitely I had 57 birdie bogeys that day myself, so I'm getting pretty good at the birdie bogey. Putting it on, sitting there going, oh yeah, just don't bogey, whatever you do, don't bogey. And I'm like, why am I saying that? I got to stop saying don't bogey when I should be saying hit the birdie, drain this putt, the
positive way.
Don't give it away, whatever it takes. The psychology of this game is quite amazing.
I didn't play very well, but. You said that happens after you have a lesson.
We had a lesson the day before, and it does screw you up because you're thinking too much. You're
ready to go, and I was like, oh my God, I hate this game.
Well, and then you go out to a golf course like that where, there really wasn't a lot of areas that you can just smash the ball around, like there are certain golf courses where you can go that you should go to work on your game. You know what I mean? Where a golf course where you can hit it and you can find the ball all the time. Where, when you play a golf course like Breakfast Hill, where you got to keep it on the fairway, otherwise you're in the woods.
Yeah.
It gets frustrating if you're trying to work on, trying to play this shot or play that shot. Like I've been trying to play my draw all the time, and I end up pulling a lot of times because I'm not.
What do you mean play your draw?
I like to draw the ball. When I draw for righties, it means the ball is going to go from right to left. So most people try to just hit the ball straight, but a lot of people don't realize is that you have a natural golf shot, regardless of what it is. And some people move the ball from left to right. Some people move the ball from right to left. Some people just hit the ball dead straight all the time. And I'll give you a real world example. A professional golfer, Dustin Johnson, right? FedEx Cup championship last week. He won one, came in second in the next one, and he won the third one to win the FedEx Cup, right? So that's all these points that they get over the year. But he was having a difficult time with hitting fairways because he couldn't get he has a natural shot where it goes from left to right. He likes to power it out there, and he shapes it from left to right, and he wasn't getting that to work. And so he worked with his hitting coach in the middle of the golf tournament, and the next day he was just hitting fairway after fairway after fairway. But you got to play that natural shot that you have.
The world didn't know that, so that's good.
I'm glad I'm here to enlighten you on. So that was my story. I was trying to play that right to left shot, but it's very difficult because sometimes when you turn your hands over too much, you hook it, which is something you don't want to do. Hooking is when it goes way, way left, and if you're a lefty, it goes way, way right. In the case of Nate and Pete and half the people that I golf with that are lefties. So, but what did you think as an amateur starter? What did you think of that golf course?
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't have a very good game, but definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The stone, do you have that picture of the stone?
Yeah, that's rolling through there. It was some good stuff. I really liked I just realized I'm pretty hungover.
Oh no, you should say that on TV.
I'm not going to lie. I watched the Celtics game last night. Didn't drive. Took an Uber. We were smart. An Uber one way and Lyft the next way. And
I'm good. I'm just hungry. A little tired.
Hungry too, yeah. I'm looking forward to golfing today, though, and I'm looking forward to going back to Breakfast Hill. I would, like I said, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I would like to do that again. Tracy too.
It was my first 100 that I will give any golf course. That doesn't come easy for me. I think everything about it, people will enjoy.
Delicious food. Everything was awesome.
It was green. It was. It just was well groomed. It was well taken care of. You can tell that it gets a lot of play. There's no doubt about it because you had a lot of people playing there that day. Mm-hmm. And but I think the thing I enjoyed the most about it was just different. It was like a really different layout that you don't see too often around here.
It wasn't all on top of each other. You couldn't see a lot of people.
Yeah, they were going for
beautiful.
that. They were going for that look because if you go into their website, they were talking about the course themselves, and I thought it was interesting that they wanted to make an upscale. They called it an upscale public golf course, and I agree. I think they nailed it. That's been a farm since 1956, right? And it was once serving as a working New Hampshire farmland up until 1956. And then it was completed in June 30th of 2000. It's
gorgeous.
It's absolutely gorgeous. The granite is incredible. I'll have to tell
From
you.
the book to everything. I mean, everything was
this guy, Brian
awesome.
Silva, he's designed a couple of golf courses, and he did a great job. You can go into their website, breakfasthill.com, and I mean, this golf course has been a top 5 golf course by Golf Week magazine as one of America's best daily fee facilities. I mean, that's pretty impressive, and it is. 2008 and 2009 and 2018 Golf Digest awarded Breakfast Hill 4 stars as one of their best places to play. And for countless seasons, the club has been recognized a top public golf course by Golf Magazine and Golf.com. It's a great practice facility. They have this huge practice facility. The driving range has 4. They have greens in their driving range. Like most places just have an open area. Well, they actually have greens that you can hit to, which I think is pretty cool. You don't see that too often up here. You'll see it a lot down in Florida and in other warm areas where they can do it all year long and they have all the space that they can get. But this is 10,000 square foot putting green, which is unbelievable too. That's like Winged Foot this week. The average golf course, the average putting green was 6,500 square feet.
Wow.
One green is average 6,500 square feet.
I think it's important to note it's conveniently located if you're in one of the metro areas, particularly in northern New England here, an hour from Boston, an hour from Manchester, an hour from Portland. So it's pretty accessible to anyone living in any of those areas.
It definitely is. It's right off I-95. Awesome. It hasn't been around a long time. It's only been here for a little bit, almost 20 years now, basically. And it's really done a great job. It's growing in. It doesn't look like it looks like it's a 100-year-old golf course, to be honest with you, not a 20-year-old golf course.
Sorry.
Right over there?
Didn't mean to sneeze. Yeah.
COVID. I'm going to have to have her tested now for COVID.
Allergies, I promise the world.
Yes, it's okay. If not, then we won't be on next week.
Stop it.
We'll be
I'm the cleanest person on the planet.
It's true.
Always washing my hands.
So what else can I tell you about this great place? Tee time 7 days in advance. Did I say that already?
I don't think you did.
They have a great thing in this book too, and I want everybody to take note of. It's in the back. It's called contact information. That's not it. It's actually about how to play quickly, and I thought there were some cool tips in here on not being so slow.
Being golf ready.
Speeding up pace of play. Have a game plan on how you want to play the course. This little book will help you get that game plan. You're like, I want to play the course in par, and then I shoot 120. Okay, well, there you go. Carry a spare ball or two. I like that one too. Take no mulligan or practice shots. I'm a huge fan of not taking practice shots or mulligans. I don't like sitting behind people that are hitting ball after ball after ball. Decide what club you will need before you get to the ball. Good one. Yep. Be prepared to play when it's your turn. Another common sense thing. Make your practice swings while others are playing.
There you go.
When out of the hole and heading for a triple bogey, pick up your ball. Watch where you hit your own ball so it can be found quickly. I mean, you would be surprised at all of the people that don't do any of these things. You'd think, as I'm saying this list to you guys, mark your scores as you walk to the next tee. There are people that will sit there where instead of going to the next tee, they'll sit at the last green while someone's waiting to hit behind them, and they'll be like, Jim, what'd you get on that hole? I got a 7. Oh, no, wait. No, I got an 8. And then I'm like, just drive to the next tee.
Those people should be shot.
Yeah, drive to the next tee and do all that business. You know what I mean?
You recite these while we're playing. Don't want to clean my
But
I do. These are
fine.
How accurate did you find the hole-by-hole breakdown? Because each hole they have it kind of written out about a short paragraph kind of describing, hey, this is a shorter hole, but it's more difficult because it's narrow.
Yeah. Sharp.
How accurate did you find that?
I liked it a lot, actually. I liked how they said the sharp drop-offs and the, hit it.
Oh, I read that whole book.
Hit it here. Don't hit it here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're all done now.
Throwing your sneeze at me.
I sneezed down into my elbow.
COVID is a 5-letter word.
I did the step.
COVID is a 5-letter word. Mark your scores as you walk to the next tee. I said that. Be conscious of the lost ball rule in looking for a lost ball. Okay, does anybody know what the lost ball rule is? 5 minutes. There you go. Imagine that. You can look for your ball for 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was don't take someone else's ball.
You can do that. You can't do that either. That's a no-no. Unless they left it there for you.
Yeah.
In golf and real life.
Putt when ready. Don't wait for outside players. Forget honors. The first man on the tee should hit. So that means if you get up to the tee, just freaking hit. Why are you waiting for everybody else? Oh, Jim, what'd you get on that hole? I got a 7. I got a 6. I got a 4. All right, you go first. Shorter distance players should always hit first when the group ahead is out of range. Again, good stuff. This is good stuff. This is like paper gold right here for you people. Paper gold. Love it. Breakfast Hill, I have to commend you. I'm going to tell you, you're one of my favorites so far.
One of mine too.
And in keeping with this rule of speeding up pace and play, I wanted to segue. I wish we had segues; those would be pretty cool. Into our Scott's Roofing and Siding quote of the week. I actually was able to hang out with Sean Nadeau, and I wouldn't hang out with Scott, but I like Scott's not around anymore. Sean took over the company from Scott's Roofing and Siding, and he's really grown the business, and they are one of our sponsors, and I love them to death, him and Darby.
Me too.
And they're
faves.
not in the roofing business, they're in the customer service business, so call them today, 888-947-7663. And the Scott's Roofing and Siding quote of the week is from the great amateur Bobby Jones, who was a great golfer. Really, many thought he was as pro comes, but he never took his professional status. He always stayed as an amateur. He was actually the guy who designed Augusta at the Masters and started the Masters. So his quote is, golf is played mainly on a 5.5-inch course, and that's the space between your ears. I couldn't think of anything more true to talk about this week than the mental game and the mental preparation of playing a golf course like Breakfast Hill or more difficult golf courses, Manchester Country Club. If you're a Manchester Country Club member, there's some pretty difficult golf courses out there that, really take a lot of mental preparation. And the one thing that I did this week is I took a hint from Tiger, and it wasn't, to go get into a fight with my wife and get her to put a 9-iron in my side of my...
You didn't go to a Perkins restaurant, did you?
My mind was just going...
No, I just...
What's my comment going to be?
I was gonna buy an SL 550, but then I thought better of it. No, what I did was I took... There's a mental aspect that Tiger Woods does, and I don't know if people know this, but he calls it the 10-yard rule. And the 10-yard rule is that when you hit a good shot or you hit a bad shot, he said, you've got 10 yards of walking before you just get it all out. You can be angry, you can do whatever you need to do, but after 10 yards, you're all done. And your next focus is on your next shot, which, again, we talked about that last week, right? The most important shot is your next shot. Mm-hmm. So he does that, and he'll get pumped up. You see him, he gets pumped up, then he's walking to the next tee, and when he's 10 yards done, now he's focused on his next shot. And I think that is probably one of the most important things for me, because I'm always thinking, I'm like squirreling all over the place, as are most people, but we don't have the benefit of what these guys have. I mean, obviously, like, they have they have psychologists, and they have people that are working with them all the time, and massage. Yeah, like my own personal massage therapist is right here next to me. But
is this rated PG or
no? It's a podcast.
Speaking of Tiger, I wanted to know if you already knew which club you would use to take to him if he really just bothered you. Have you figured? Is it the pink power wedge?
I think it would be my power wedge.
Power wedge, nice.
Just to leave that indent.
So I cannot lose that.
There you go.
I don't even, for the first time, I don't know what to say.
It means you got to keep it in line, baby.
Yes. So that is our Scott's Roofing and Siding quote of the week. Do the 10-yard rule. Do your 5-second rule too. That's another good one that just.
I'm still on the Tiger Woods. I still have more comments. No, I'm kidding.
Keep them coming.
I'm kidding.
So another great thing we're going to talk about, a couple minutes left, is the U.S. Open is this weekend. And Justin Thomas right now is in the lead, 5 under, at one of the most legendary golf courses in the world at Winged Foot, where they've hosted the this U.S. Open. This is the 6th time they've hosted the U.S. Open.
Where's it at?
It's in on Long Island, and it's really, really a gorgeous golf course.
I'd like to go to another tournament.
You can actually, believe it or not, you know, the great part about U.S. Open golf courses is they're typically they're public golf courses that you can play. I mean, you know, granted, it's going to cost you $800, $900 for a round, but we'll talk about the U.S. Open a little bit more next week when it's done and who won it and how. You know, it's just the ultimate for amateur golfers. It's the most democratic golf course. I mean, golf tournament ever, because anybody with a +2 handicap or better can go to qualify for the Open. You know what I mean? So if you've got a dream that you want to try to, you know, like be like Tin Cup and qualify your way all the way through and get there, it can be done. It's really a cool thing, and they play some great golf courses. Last year, Pebble Beach, of course, which is, you know, legendary in itself. But to be honest with you, Winged Foot is really one of my favorites, where Ben Hogan won it. He should have shot this on 1 iron like 6 feet or 8 feet from the pin, because he was pissed off that he can't putt. So he's like, you know what, I'm just going to hit my shots closer to the pin. Like, what a concept.
That's awesome.
Kind of like when Tracy says, you know, if I just got rid of all my bad shots, I'd be a really good golfer. That should be one of our quotes of the week too.
Yeah, I love that.
That's the
missed her this week.
Yes, we did.
And next week we're going away.
Yep.
We're going to golf in many places.
Yep, we're coming up on our time to leave you guys again. I love having this to podcast with you guys. I hope that you enjoy having us too. Next week, we're going to be
thank you all
playing, actually, short time from now, we're going to be playing at Canterbury Woods up north in the hills of the White Mountains in New Hampshire. And then next week we'll be gone, but we'll be here with another podcast for you. We won't be live, but should I tell people that? Doesn't matter.
They're going to think it's live.
All right.
Now they know it won't be.
Now we're going to be live.
We'll run it like it's live.
All right. So subscribe to the United Podcast Network. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, please. We love you. We'll see you next time. And
love you.
Happy golfing.
Have a great day.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.